All right, ladies and gentlemen, this next bout is brought to you by Debo Properties, and it's being held at the light heavyweight division at 175 pounds. And this featured bout is a 6-round fight. Introducing first out of the blue corner with a record of 2 wins and no losses and 2 wins by knockout. Standing at 5'11", weighing in at 175 pounds. Fighting out of Davenport, Iowa, Robert Rack Calvin. And his opponent out of the red corner, boasting a record of 4 wins, 1 defeat, and 3 wins by knockout, standing at 6'2", weighing in at 176 pounds, fighting out of Alexandria, Minnesota, Corey, the Nordic Warrior Thompson. Ludi Webster is your referee.
All right, guys, we went over the rules in the back, so you know what I expect. Respect the rules of the game, and respect me, and everything will be all right. This right here is a little high, so I'm going to count everything right here. You looking good right here? Touch them up. Good luck.
Corey Thompson in the silver and red trim trunks. On the other side, we have got Robert Calvin in the white trunks, black trim. Man, the confidence coming out of Robert Calvin in that little stare down right there.
Yeah, he looks like he's ready to roll. So does Corey.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a lot of experience between both of these guys. I think on the amateur side, Corey has it. On the gym side, I think Robert Calvin actually. I know Corey took a little bit of time off, and Robert Calvin is stuck with it.
Yeah.
So a lot of experience between both of these guys.
Be interested to see how fast the pace is at the start here, because Corey struggled with weight yesterday, and he was actually 1.4 pounds over, so had to pay a fine. And thankfully, they agreed on something, and here we are tonight. So see how fast the pace starts.
Yeah, Robert Calvin, he came here to fight. Corey Thompson, center ring. There's a huge size difference between these two.
He's a big guy for a 175-pounder.
Oof. Fighting the chin of Corey Thompson is Robert Calvin. Left-right punch again by Calvin.
Another right
Smiling
hand.
by Corey Thompson.
Good right hand.
Right hand once again. Shot to the body. Corey Thompson. Look at the movement of Robert Calvin. Very impressive. Left-right punch to the body by Corey Thompson. The head movement's fantastic by Robert Calvin.
A good defense by Calvin. Corey loading up a little bit too much on those shots. And he's a powerful fighter. He can punch, and a lot of times he out-physicals the guys that he's fought, and I don't think he's going to be able to do it with a fighter with the skill of Robert Calvin. So
yeah,
he's got to stop loading up on those shots.
Heavy right hand by Corey Thompson. Just misses the mark on Robert Calvin. Robert Calvin leading with the jab, followed up by a right. Corey Thompson center ring. Ooh, left-right punch by Corey Thompson. Ooh, left-right punch again by Thompson.
Nice sneaky inside right by Robert Calvin there.
Yeah. Ooh, uppercut.
Ooh,
followed
good left
by
hook.
a left hook.
Good left hook. That hurt him. His legs are a little bit goofy.
Robert Calvin.
Another good left hook. He's hurt.
Ooh, left-right punch by Thompson.
He hurt Calvin.
Robert Calvin's hurt. Eating those punches, Calvin. Corey Thompson closing the distance and pounding on Robert Calvin. 1 minute left
good
in the
uppercut.
round.
These guys are banging.
Oof. Heavy right hands by Thompson again.
Both these guys need to take a step back and
take a deep breath.
Chill out a little bit.
Yeah, you don't want to shoot like everything that you have. Ooh, overhand right just misses by Corey Thompson. Robert Calvin lunging left, right. Ooh, uppercut, right uppercut lands. Calvin Thompson. Robert Calvin is he's a pretty tough guy, man.
He's looking pretty good so far, and he's weathered a couple of big storms from Corey, and it's going to be up to him to keep this fight in the middle of the ring, because Corey's the bigger man and the more powerful fighter, I believe, and good body shot by Corey there.
Ripping body punches by Corey Thompson, followed by an uppercut.
This is not where Robert Calvin wants to be, up against the ropes, getting leaned down by the bigger man.
No, Robert Calvin is just loading up and responding with heavy punches.
Nice body shot.
Right uppercut. Robert Calvin continues to go to that punch. Wow. Bloody nose by Corey Thompson. Corey Thompson got bloody nose, coming back to his corner. Little labored breathing by Thompson.
All action first round there, and if I'm in both these men's corners, I'm telling them to take a deep breath, relax, get back to the jab, and start boxing instead of trying to trade. Especially Robert Calvin, because that's going to be his game, to box and not get in a battle with those big shots with Corey Thompson.
Brandon B., Raymond Rodriguez, Alexander Ritchie is in the corner of Robert Calvin. Yeah, it was an action-packed round.
Yeah, great way to start things off.
You can see why they have a lot of faith in Robert Calvin in his boxing gym. Like under pressure, he comes firing back with.
Yeah.
It's like a right uppercut that he continues to go to, and it's got a lot of power behind it.
That's the sign of a fighter when you get clipped with something and you come right back and keep on punching, man.
Beginning of round 2, no touch of gloves. Corey Thompson, center ring. Yeah, Robert Calvin circling. I think Corey might be trying to load up for a heavy punch. Ooh, there it is. Leaping left hook, counter right hand. Or counter check left by Robert Calvin.
Corey really loading up on those big shots, and we've sparred in the past, and that's one thing I've told him after our sessions is you just can't do that against guys that are next level, because every time you load up like that, you're using a lot of energy, and you're also telegraphing your shots, and Robert Calvin was able to counter that big left hook right there.
Robert Calvin, Corey Thompson's corner is telling him punches and bunches. Corey Thompson continuing to stalk Robert Calvin. Not really cutting the ring off.
No, just kind of follow him right now, and I'd like to see him cut the ring off with some punches, and like I said before, not loading up, just getting the punches to the target and seeing how he reacts. Robert Calvin reacts, that is.
Ooh, heavy right hand connects by Corey Thompson. Not flush, but it connected. Oof. Shovel left by Corey Thompson, and oof, left hook.
Nice lead left hook by Corey Thompson.
Yep. Ooh, counter right hook, followed by another hook, Corey Thompson. Corey Thompson is a heavy hammer.
Yeah, he's a powerful fighter. Really, really dangerous shot by Robert Calvin to start that exchange off. Just a leaping uppercut. He's lucky he didn't get countered with a better shot.
Left right hook, right back to the bodies, Corey Thompson.
Ooh,
followed by a right hook.
Good right hand by Calvin.
Thompson. Robert Calvin. Oh, heavy right hook. Counter left by Robert Calvin. Thompson's corner telling him to stop looking for the big one.
Good advice.
Yes.
If I'm Calvin, I'm staying close and I'm going to that body and just trying to chop down the big tree that Corey Thompson is.
Yeah, Robert Calvin is just gritty little fighter. Wow. Overhand right, followed by a check left hook that had Robert Calvin stumbling.
Ooh. Corey would be well served to take a step back and give himself some space to work. He's kind of smothering his work right now.
I'm not sure how many more of those punches Robert Calvin can take, because they're starting to add up right now. That last exchange had Robert stunned a little bit.
Yeah, he's taking some good left hooks.
Bleeding out of his nose is Corey Thompson.
Oof. Another wild uppercut from a little bit too far away.
Well, how do you got this one scored?
You know, I think Robert Calvin won the first round. I think Corey won the second round. I'd say even. Difficult rounds to score again, which has kind of been the theme for the night. But all action, that's for sure.
Yes, it might be 1-1 going in. This is a 6-round fight. I'm not sure. I think there might be a little blood coming out of the nose of Robert Calvin as well.
I think both men are gonna have trouble keeping this pace up for another 4 rounds, especially Corey. Those big shots, you just can't do that and throw that much power into every shot consistently round after round after round. You have to set up your jab. You have to work some lighter shots in there, and that's how you score points as well. And Robert Calvin did a decent job of that in the first round, but kind of got away from it.
Yeah, you got two. Nick Rogers giving the corner instruction to Corey Thompson. Nick's one of those old school MMA guys, from the 90s. Ooh, no touch of gloves. Bullfighter center ring. Robert Calvin seems to want to box this round.
I think he'll be well served to use that jab and try to set some combinations up instead of just mixing it up with those big power shots with the bigger man.
Ooh, left to right punch. Punches and bunches out of Corey
Nice
Thompson.
combination by Corey Thompson. That's what he needs to do. Didn't really have anything on those shots. He was just getting the punches to the target.
Left right punch also by Corey Thompson. Ooh, followed by a right hook. Labored breathing out of Robert Calvin. Ooh, heavy body punch from Thompson.
Yeah, against those ropes is where he doesn't want to be against the bigger man. Like I said before, you just can't take those big shots. Even if he's blocking them, they're still taking their toll, and especially those body shots. You can catch them on the arms, but after 6 rounds, they're going to add up.
There's heavy body punch, left to right punch by Corey Thompson. Swinging for the fences as Thompson pinned in the corners. Robert Calvin firing back as Calvin. Thompson throwing multiple punches. And that's in-ring IQ to the fullest right there by Robert Calvin.
Yeah, it spin out of there and
didn't take a lot of damage either.
Yeah. Good job by the ref for warning Corey Thompson.
Heavy punch by Thompson again. Man, Robert Calvin's got a granite chin.
Yeah, he's taking some big shots.
I think, like you said, the pace is going to wear on Corey Thompson. It is a high pace.
Yeah. Not only a high pace, just the amount of the big shots that are being thrown are just too much to keep up for a continued amount of time. Oh, good left hook by Calvin.
Good left hook by Calvin. Calvin got the better of the exchange, but they both landed at the same time. Calvin now marching forward, going to the body.
I think he's hurt a little bit. His legs don't look quite right.
Left, right, left by Corey Thompson. Doesn't find the mark. Robert Calvin just stays in the pocket.
Yeah, he's slipping those shots pretty well.
Yeah, he's a fun little fighter, Robert Calvin. Yeah. You can see why they said that about him, like his training partners.
Yeah, he can fight. You can tell he's been in the gym, and he's had extensive amateur career just by his movements and his defensive slips. Ooh, good left hook by Calvin.
Heavy left, right by Robert Calvin.
Right hand kind of on the back of the head.
Ooh, apology by Robert Calvin. Back to the body is Corey Thompson.
Ooh,
overhand right. Robert Calvin finds a hole
left
with
hook.
That left hook.
He's got to get some space right here and continue those punches. That hurt him. That left hook hurt him bad.
Corey's got to move his head a little bit.
Good body shot.
Back to the body's Corey Thompson.
Calvin would be well served to go to that body too right now after he hurt Corey upstairs.
This is a really well-matched card.
Yeah, every fight's been close.
Back to the body is Corey Thompson. Back to the head is Robert Calvin. Left to right punch.
Good round.
Man, that is a tale of 2 rounds. You got the first half that Corey Thompson marching Robert Calvin down, and Corey Thompson really turned it on at the end.
Yeah. Thompson can't take those big left hooks like that, though. He ate like 3 real big left hooks and straightened his legs out. And
we had said that in the beginning that Robert Calvin can't take the left and right hooks to the head of Corey Thompson, and Corey Thompson certainly can't do the same with Robert Calvin.
These guys are throwing big enough shots to where anybody can get hurt on any shot.
You got to get air into Corey Thompson. He's got a lot of muscle he's working with, and you've got to get oxygen into that body.
Yeah. And if I'm his coach, I'm having him stand straight up and a little cut on the back of his head there maybe.
Yeah, so Corey Thompson was complaining about getting punched in the back of the head, and there's blood literally trickling from the back of his head. Ooh, I think there's some issues.
Must be a headbutt or something. You couldn't really get cut from a punch on the back of the head. I'm not sure what happened there.
I don't know if the doctor looked at Corey Thompson prior, but
good jab
by Corey Thompson. Robert Calvin followed by a right hook, or left right hook. Robert Calvin is thrown for the fences.
Yeah. Ooh, good right hand. That hurt him. Hurt him.
Drops Corey Thompson.
Great counter right hand. He went right over the top of that jab and threw a hard right hand and knocked Corey Thompson down.
Corey's going to have to dig deep.
He's got to hold on. Throw a couple jabs, hold on, buy some time.
Robert Calvin's counterpunching.
And Corey is a slugger. This is what you don't want to do. You don't want to trade with a big puncher when you're hurt.
Ooh, Corey Thompson fires back, left to right punches.
Ate a good left hook.
Corey Thompson's got a little bit of head movement. He's getting around the punches of Robert Calvin, but Robert Calvin is, whatever adjustments he's made in the corner is paying dividends right now.
That left hook is paying dividends. He's hit him with a bunch of left hooks, and then that right hand that eventually knocked him down.
We are 1 minute into the fourth round, and oh my God, the action is back and forth. Robert Calvin firing again with that uppercut.
Calvin looks a little winded now. Ooh, another good left hook.
Both of them landed with Calvin getting the better of it.
Calvin's got to go to the body right now because Corey Thompson's hurt and he's covering up. His body's pretty open for a left hook around the elbow there.
We've got a lot of time left in this round. Ooh, uppercut by Corey Thompson. Sending Robert Calvin to the ropes is Corey Thompson.
Nice combination. Corey's got to give himself some room there. He's smothering himself, and
man, what heart out of Corey Thompson.
now it's time for Calvin to get back to the jab right here.
Robert Calvin isn't taking Corey Thompson's punches really well either.
No, he looks a little bit worse for the wear here after he knocked him down.
Ooh, left-right punch by Robert Calvin, followed by an uppercut by Corey Thompson.
Good body shot by Thompson there.
Ooh, heavy right hook by Calvin. Robert Calvin is just loading up.
Right now, when they're clenched up, as soon as they get loose, Corey's kind of standing there and not getting his hands back up, and Calvin's taking advantage.
Getting caught in traffic back in the corners, Robert Calvin. Corey Thompson pouring it on once again. 30 seconds left in this fourth round.
Good body shot.
I don't know how this is going to go another 2 rounds. Oof, left-right punches by Corey Thompson, followed by a
good
left hook.
again.
Leaping right. Robert Calvin now leaning on Corey Thompson. Corey Thompson's corner telling him to reset.
Corey really flat-footed right here. Calvin should just get up on his toes and box a little bit. He's won this round already.
Deep breaths by both fighters.
Make some noise for these light heavyweights.
Wow.
Good round.
Wow.
Big round for Robert Calvin. But Corey Thompson came back after the knockdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Colton Warner versus Tommy Matlin after this fight. I have a feeling that it is going to be just as exciting as this bout.
I told you this belt was going to steal the bout of the night.
You've got an inspirational speech taking place in the corner of Corey Thompson.
Calvin just taking his water, nice and calm in that corner. If I'm in Corey Thompson's corner, I'm telling him he's got to get back on his jab. You know, he hasn't thrown a jab all fight, and he's got the length, he's got the size advantage. Throw that jab and just work, you know, throw the smaller shots and get some shots on the target.
Robert Calvin seems to be sitting in the mid-range and counterpunching from that mid-range. It's a very dangerous spot for him to be, but
it's working for him.
It's working, yeah.
He's slipping those shots. He's getting that left hook off, and obviously that right hand is what dropped Thompson.
Ooh.
Oh.
The corner of Corey Thompson.
Yeah,
veteran move, leaving a little bit slow.
still in the ring. Oh, good right hand.
Corey Thompson circling. Robert Calvin double
good jab
jab
from Calvin. That's where he needs to go. Neither guy really jabbing. Oh, good right hand.
Robert Calvin is he's counterpunching, which is heavy punches. He's loading up.
Corey just loading up on that big right hand, but
left right punch by Robert Calvin again. Body punches by Calvin are ripping to the midsection.
Smart work from Calvin. Just go to that body, and you got a guy that's fatigued and down once already. You just got to keep on chopping on that tree. Good left hook from Corey Thompson.
Followed by right.
That's where he needs to use his jab, though. He's just loading up on that one big shot, and you can get 3 punches in if you use your jab instead of just throwing that one left hook and falling in.
On those big punches, Corey's touching Robert Calvin, but they're not flush.
Yeah, Robert Calvin's just a little bit too slippery for him, and he's rolling with the shots or taking them off the shoulder.
Ooh, heavy right hand, followed by left, right uppercut Look how slick Corey Thompson is. Ducked in, initiated a clinch.
Good defense. Took one shot, but he got out of there after that.
Ooh, the left eye is
good right hand.
Closed. Corey Thompson's left eye is
he's getting beat up.
the worst for the wearer.
Oh, that's the look of a fatigued fighter. And if I'm Calvin, if I'm his corner, I'm telling him to get right back on that body and right there and press that advantage.
Corey's got one punch power to change a fight, but they're not landing flush.
Corey switched southpaw there for a little bit, and that's something he will do. I've seen him fight whole fight southpaw in the amateurs, and he's only done that for one exchange here in this fight.
Robert Calvin.
Ooh, good right hand, little sneaky bolo shot from Robert Calvin. Corey's got a jab right there. He's got his man against the ropes. A jab to the body and a right hand over the top would land.
Corey Thompson backing up. Robert Calvin closing the distance. Oh, heavy right hook by Robert Calvin. Once again, followed by a left hook. Oh, my gosh.
Stopping the fight.
I was kind of surprised. Well, I'm a little surprised by that, but Corey Thompson, obvious professional.
He took a lot of damage, but I don't know if Ludi should have stopped that fight right there.
Yeah, Corey Thompson, absolute professional, but man, these guys, we're covered in blood. You know, I'm glad we're both wearing dark clothes. Man, that was a hell of a fight. Corey Thompson's got nothing to be ashamed of. The amount of power shots thrown by each of these fighters, I think the difference maker in this fight was the way Robert Calvin was able to absorb the punches and his slick defensive movements. Incredibly impressive. Yeah, very impressive, very impressive. Robert Calvin comes from Rock Island and the Davenport area, and came with a lot of people singing his praises, and we got to see why. That was an absolute dogfight that 90% of their locker room wouldn't have been able to survive, and Robert Calvin came through in colors. Very impressive, gentlemen. Yeah, it was a difficult stoppage to watch, but the amount of damage that both of these people were taking was pretty incredible. Like, we're covered in blood on our table. Yeah, incredible fight. Corey Thompson, the Nordic Warrior. He's got nothing to be ashamed of. Fantastic performance. This was a take one to give one. This was a war. Absolute war between these two. Robert, you made a fan, brother. You made a fan, man. We can send it to a ring announcer and make this one official.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Ludi Webster, has called a halt to the action at 2 minutes and 51 seconds into the fifth round. Your winner by TKO, Robert Rack Calvin. Guys, round of applause for both of these warriors. An absolute bloodbath in here.
Robert, congrats on the win. You weathered a big storm there in the first couple of rounds. How do you feel?
I feel good. I was battling the cold, coming out. Happens when you're having kids, but, I'm happy. I came and I was able to do what I needed to do, fight when I was supposed to go for me.
It looks like you found a home for your left hook on the inside, and you landed dozens of hard left hooks, eventually knocking them down with the right hand, forcing the stoppage. Was there something that you saw in tape that you wanted to focus on with that left hook?
Yeah, well, at first, I was trying to see what punches were landing for me, and the left hook was finding its home, so I just stayed with it.
congratulations on a great win. That was a tough fight, and you gave the fans their money worth for that one right there.
Thank you. That's my job.